Let me get this straight. You mean to tell me that's another woman who fell in love with you that we're up against? Morgan whispered angrily at Archer. She had him lifted by his collar. To be fair, master, she's not in love with me. Good. Thud. Morgan looked at her servant, who was now on the floor, calming herself. At least that confirmation is out of the way. Everyone in the streets of the kingdom watched the scene unfold, causing whispers as they discuss how the demon lord is bullying a poor man. Ooh, Senpai got himself in trouble again, huh? Okita Alter looked at Archer, who was on the floor, landing on his butt. Senpai. Artoria looked at her servant. Emiya Senpai. Senpai means he's my senior. Superior, in a sense. Okita Alter bluntly said, I truly wouldn't have expected him to be here as well, she said with closed eyes. Artoria couldn't help but flinch at the name, though. Why did it sound so familiar? It's as if something is blocking her from remembering something. How is it you two near each other? Artoria decided to ask. The both of them are inside the castle. Preparations are being made as in 3 hours. They shall arrive at the arena where everyone shall see her knights battle Morgan and her fairy knights. As she looks outside and into the city, she sees many of the fairy knights walk around without a care. As much as the humans and fairies dislike one another, they're here for the festival nevertheless. Surprisingly, they get along fine. She sees the fairy knights speak with her knights, hearing some laugh and boast, while also a few are out looking at the shops. People welcome them. We both work at the same workforce. Okita Alter said. Workforce. You know how we heroic spirits originate, correct? I remember when I met with Morgan, she brought Archer. Deliberately. I was told how heroic spirits are heroes of all different periods. Artoria said, her servant confirmed, but there's more to it. She thought of how to explain it. She closed her eyes. Artoria waited. Okita, I wasn't sleeping. Okita Alter cried out as her eyes shot open. Anyway, sigh. It seems her servant tends to be quite a lazy individual, but in the end she's quite strong in her way. Heroic spirits are recorded to the throne of heroes, depending on how famous they are. Whatever humanity saw them as, that's how the hero is perceived into. Although not all are heroes, you see, some heroic spirits can be myths, legends, or alternate selves of a hero, but at the same time, anti-villains or just evil. I see. Yes, she gets it so far. So this throne of heroes made you into heroic spirits. Does that mean you're famous alongside Archer? Okita Alter closed her eyes. Unlike my original counterpart, I am different from her, the story in which humanity made the original Okita Tsuji out to be. I am an alternative version of the real Okita Tsuji. Simply say, I am what you call an alter. Opposite of the original. Fascinating, truly, to think multiple of the same people can exist. Even more, alternate versions of the same person, possibly living different lives or having different outcomes in lives. But just because a legend records you or can make you ascend to the throne, it does not mean that's the only way to become a heroic spirit. You can become a heroic spirit without a legend. Huh? Now that's shocking. How does one become a heroic spirit without a legend? To make a pact with the world, of course. Okita Alter stared seriously. You see, Master, I am a heroic spirit. Truly I am. But did you know how I'm different from normal servants? How? When I was born prematurely. I was meant to die shortly after being born. But a miracle occurred. Okita Alter thought back to her past. My sisters prayed for me. Many, many prayers were set out to me that eventually allowed for me to make a contract with the world, to not die. The world arranged for my body to be used as a counter-guardian. Counter-guardian? Artoria could not help but shudder at the title. Simply put, counter-guardians are part of the Cantor Force, an organization meant to protect mankind from extinction. It's our duty as counter-guardians, different than heroic spirits, to protect mankind from any threats that may kill off the human race. Okita Alter explained, if possible, a counter-guardian has a chance to ascend to the throne and become a heroic spirit. Although not canonically a true heroic spirit, you're still one nonetheless. Counter-guardian, Artoria couldn't help but murmur, but she shuddered at what Okita Alter said. How exactly do guardians protect humanity? We kill, Okita Alter said. Not just kill, we slaughter anything that's in the way as well, whether it be the innocent or the cruel ones. We kill both supernatural and humans alike. Artoria widened her eyes. That's no innocent people? Why must you kill the innocent? Is that not wrong? What did they do? She couldn't help but say angrily. As a king, she must protect her people. In general, the innocent being harmed is not good, and to hear that these counter-guardians kill innocent people is horrible. They protect mankind but kill the innocent. We have no will. Okita Alter closed her eyes. Huh? Artoria stared at her servant. What does she mean? When we're called upon to clean up whatever mess, we clean up after the mess that humans themselves have made. We're forced to slaughter many, good or bad, because we have no choice as counter-guardians. We, as Alaya's puppets, the collective unconsciousness of mankind, are agents that take down whatever is in the way. To reassure in case nothing happens, Alalia Toria whispered. Alaya, the voice in her head, grew violent and violent by each time. A contract once-in-a-lifetime chance to save her kingdom from its destruction. Alaya offered her a chance to win, participate in the Holy Grail War, a chance to grant her a wish to redo her mistakes as she rests against the tree. She closes her eyes. She accepts. She will become a temporary heroic spirit so long as she can have her wish granted. She will participate in the Holy Grail War. She won't stop until she gets her wish. Artoria widened her eyes as the vision disappeared. Memories and memories were shoved forcefully into her. Memories of war, the fall of her kingdom. Memories of a man in a black suit, his cruelty, his coldness, forcing her to destroy the grail she's been wishing to obtain. Kiritsugu, her cries of anguish as she was forced to destroy the grail. She cursed and cursed the man known as Emiya Kiritsugu. Then she saw it the moment she saved the boy from the lancer servant. She looked down at him. The boy looked at her in awe. Their journey together, their struggles in the Grail War, the Fifth Grail War, their arguments, their self-destructiveness, from the start of the Holy Grail War to the end of the Holy Grail War, their departure, which was bittersweet, the sadness on the boy's face as he failed her, but understood her decision. Her master, Emiya Sharu. Master? Okita Alter looked at her master in confusion, wondering why she looked shocked. Artoria held her head. One final scene appeared. She held the golden cup high into the air, looking at it with eyes devoid of light. Blood was but stained across her armor. She felt dull, as the victor of the Holy Grail. I wish for a second chance, to stop my kingdom from falling, whatever the path may be. If I am no longer king, or the world may be different, so be it. Please, let me save my people. Tears dripped from her eyes as she begged. Her face was shadowed. She looked at the ceiling as her mouth was opened. She remembers everything now. When she finally did obtain the Grail, she wished for a second chance to stop her kingdom from falling. And this is the result. It did not send her to the past, but it created a parallel world, and indeed, she did get that second chance. Her kingdom did not fall, but many things changed, and this world truly is different than the one she was part of. If anything else, her people, her knights still with her. This is the idealistic utopia she wished for, despite her sister still being a problem. This world, she created this. She got sent here and lost all memory of her past life. This was all from the wish of the Holy Grail. Okita? Then she remembered something Okita said. Her eyes widened. Yes, master? Okita Alter noticed the change in tone of her master. What did you call Archer again? What's his name? Her servant looked confused, but answered regardless. Emiya Senpai, my co-worker. Though he goes by Emiya or Archer, his true name is Emiya Sharu. But he doesn't like being called that. Wonder how Emiya Senpai is dealing on his side. Artoria, meanwhile, blocked everything out. She was in her own world, her ears ringing as flashes and flashes of the auburn hair boy she nose-visioned her. His smile, his shock, the way he cared for her, their relationship. Are you my master? Shiro,